Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers News Channel. Here you will find out everything that happens at our Steelers firsthand. So like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news. Steelers show interest in Shiloh Sanders, Shedeur's brother. The Pittsburgh Steelers may be eyeing a lesser-known name in the Sanders family. While many expected the franchise to focus on quarterback Shedeur Sanders, a recent move suggests the real target may be his older brother, Shiloh Sanders. During Colorado's Pro Day, head coach Mike Tomlin and general manager Omar Khan were absent. But that doesn't mean Pittsburgh wasn't keeping an eye on the team's prospects. Veteran Steelers West Coast scout Kelvin Fisher was spotted at the event and, surprisingly, was caught chatting with Shiloh Sanders instead of his more famous brother. The scene was captured by AP photographer David Zalubowski and caught some attention. Brian Batko, a reporter who covers the Steelers, shared the image on his social media, sparking speculation about the team's real interest in the Colorado safety. Unlike Shedeur, Shiloh Sanders is a talented safety who enters the 2025 draft as a potential late-round pick. At 25, he has already built a solid college football resume. In his penultimate season and first at Colorado, he recorded 70 tackles, an interception returned for a touchdown, and led the NCAA with 4 forced fumbles. Last season, Shiloh continued his production at a high level, totaling 67 tackles, a forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. Before playing at Colorado, he was a standout at Jackson State, where he accumulated 5 interceptions, 59 tackles, and 12 pass breakups in 20 games. One factor that caught the scouts' attention was his physical performance during his pro day. Shiloh ran the 40-yard dash in 4.52 seconds, an impressive time for his position, and one that may have increased his value among NFL teams. Deion Sanders, former NFL player and father of Shiloh and Shedeur, was proud of his son's performance at pro day. "I'm sure he surprised a lot of you with his 40-yard dash time today, and I'm very proud of him. He doesn't hold his own against his brothers. He doesn't hold his own against anybody. He's a hard worker. He's a determined guy and a competitor. I love what he represents. I love who he is on and off the field, and he's a great young man." The Steelers have shown interest in the safety position in the pre-draft period. So far, their attention has been focused on first-round prospects like Malachi Starks and Nick Emenwari. However, if they don't select one of those names with the 21st overall pick, they could consider more affordable options in the later rounds. And Shiloh Sanders could be on that list. If Pittsburgh decides to invest in a safety in the middle or late rounds, Shiloh could be an interesting prospect, especially given his versatility and track record of production. It remains to be seen whether the interest seen at Pro Day will translate into an actual draft pick. In the meantime, the possibility of a Sanders brother donning the black and gold remains alive, and surprisingly, it's not Shedeur. Pittsburgh Steelers may seek Kyler Murray to strengthen the quarterback position. The Pittsburgh Steelers have accumulated 18 consecutive seasons with more wins than losses. But, as Kendrick Lamar said, it's not enough. Since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, the team has sought stability at the quarterback position, testing names such as Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph, and Kenny Pickett. None of them, however, managed to establish themselves as the definitive solution for the franchise. With that, an intriguing alternative appears on the horizon: Kyler Murray. The Arizona Cardinals quarterback, an undeniable talent, could be the missing piece to put the Steelers back on the path to great conquests. If the Cardinals fail to advance in 2025, the team may opt for a complete rebuild, which would pave the way for an advantageous trade for Pittsburgh. Murray is one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the NFL. At 5'10" and with a low center of gravity, he stands out for his agility in and out of the pocket. His improvisational ability, combined with impressive speed, makes him a lethal weapon in both the air and ground games. This mobility would be a huge asset for the Steelers, especially In a division filled with strong defenses like the Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns, quarterbacks who can escape pressure and create plays with their legs are essential to face the fierce defensive lines of the AFC North. With Murray, offensive coordinator Arthur Smith could explore a more dynamic and creative scheme, incorporating read option concepts, bootlegs, and play actions that could maximize the team's offensive potential. If the Steelers' offense has already gained a new dimension with Justin Fields, imagine what it could do with a quarterback of Murray's caliber, who combines explosiveness, accuracy, and the ability to read the game. Murray has already shown that he is capable of performing at a high level in the NFL. In 2020, he had a standout season with over 3,900 passing yards, 26 touchdowns through the air, 819 rushing yards, and 11 rushing touchdowns. It's not every day that a quarterback can combine those impressive numbers both through the air and on the ground. In addition, he has improved his pocket presence over the years, developing not only as a lethal runner, but also as a reliable passer capable of making accurate throws on the move. This versatility would help the Steelers diversify their offense and make it less predictable, an issue that has plagued the team in recent seasons. At just 26 years old, Murray still has many years of good football ahead of him. Pittsburgh offers an ideal environment for his development, with an experienced coaching staff led by Mike Tomlin, one of the most respected coaches in the league. Under his leadership, Murray could further refine his skills and mature as a quarterback. On offense, he would have at his disposal important pieces like wide receiver George Pickens, a promising talent capable of becoming one of the top targets in the league. The Steelers' offensive line, which has been undergoing improvements, would provide the necessary protection for Murray to operate efficiently. Another big advantage would be to have an elite defense, led by the likes of T.J. Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick. A dominant defense means less pressure on the quarterback, allowing him to work with more ease and confidence. This factor is crucial for a player like Murray, who has shined in moments when he had defensive support and struggled in seasons where he had to carry the Cardinals practically by himself. The Steelers' acquisition of Kyler Murray would be a bold move, but with immense potential for return. His skill set, youth, and developmental capacity could be the key to re-establishing Pittsburgh among the NFL's top powers. If the Steelers are willing to gamble big, Murray could be the missing piece that transforms the franchise into a real Super Bowl contender again. With the right support, he has what it takes to become one of the most electrifying quarterbacks of the next decade and lead Pittsburgh to a bright future.